do not buy a condo in Brownsburg. You are going to go broke. But Avon and Brownsburg, man, your days on market are incredibly low. My goodness. And they stay consistently that way. But Avon and Brownsburg, man, your days on market are incredibly low. My goodness. And they stay consistently that way. Every market report we do. That's the good thing. All right, let's jump into our market reports and take a quick look at what's happening in our Westside Roundup. This is where we're going to talk about Avon, Brownsburg, Plainfield. That's our Westfield Roundup. We'll cover where rents are trending, how quickly homes are moving, and what rental owners and investors should be paying attention to right now. Let's jump into our Westside Roundup. All right, guys, we're about to jump into our Westside Roundup, and this is going to encompass areas like Avon, Brownsburg, and Plainfield, and you already know why, because you tune into this podcast every single month as it is. And the reason why is because all of these numbers speak so closely to one another. You see where the average rental rates are going to speak to one another. You're going to see where the average days on market are so closely related. So without further ado, I'm going to blast through these Westside markets, submarkets, and we're going to get you the data. So here we go. Your average rental price here, we're going to start with Avon, Indiana for your market report for May 2026. Average rental price is at $2,100. That is up month over month by over 2.25. Average days on market is at 21. My God, that's a great average days on market. And if you're working with Red Door Property Management, you're smashing that number. Number of active homes is at 38, super healthy. Average price per square foot in Avon is at $1.08. Now, your apartments and your townhomes and condos, I'm going to blaze through those numbers, but please feel free to check those out and consume at your own desire. Apartments here in Avon is your average rental rate at $17.89, with 11 of those currently on the market, and an average price per square foot at $1.53. Now, your townhomes and condos, you've got an average rental rate at $19.25 with 28 average days on the market, only 9 of those currently on the market, and 95 cents is your average price per square foot. Wow, that seems kind of low. Your average price trend. Now, the graphs there, the staple graphs there at the bottom, again, I'll kind of blaze over these, but these are really amazing staple graphs that you want to pay attention to see how is your average number of active homes trending with your average rent price trend, and how do those numbers speak and relate to one another. So average rent price trend, which is shockingly down year over year, that's down just 2.3%. You're up both over month, and I expect that to trend in the other direction as we get into June, but that's where we are here in May. Average days on market trend. Wow, that is exactly the deep dive that you want to see. That's the hill you want to go skiing on in the middle of winter. Average number of active homes trend. That's bouncing around. But the point is, as far as number of active homes, we're down 20% year over year. Month over month, we're up 65%. It's just the number of active homes is so low here in Avon as it continues to be an expanding market. Now, let's get into the sales data. Avon market report for the sales side for May 2026. Average sales price at $343,484. That's $343,484. Average days on market is at 43. So your month over month is down 28%. That's down 10% year over year. So your average days on market for a property here is great on the sales side. Number of homes sold, 71. Average price per square foot is at 180. Now, you've got your average sales price trend graph there in the bottom left hand, which is awesome for you to take a look at. And then how much is it going to cost for you to jump into the Avon market? That's exactly a perfect breakdown. Again, keep in mind, this is the investor point of view where we cap everything off at $500,000. But you can certainly pick up a property between $200,000 and $250,000 here in Avon, but you've also got $250,000 to $300,000 is really the meat of the market here in Avon. All right, jumping into Brownsburg, let's see if it's already ringing pretty close here. Now, your average days on market's a little bit higher than we saw in Avon, but it's still at a super healthy 40. Let's start back at the beginning. So we're here getting into the Brownsburg market report for May 2026. Average rental rate at $2,135, which is actually up over almost 3.5% year over year. Average days on market is at 40. Super healthy place to be. I'd like to see that closer to 30 if I can, but 40 is nothing to sneeze at when you're looking at the overall market in general. Number of active homes is at 34. Year over year, we're up 54%. So there's still new home construction growth happening here in Brownsburg. You need to check out our economic reports because we have some awesome data as far as new home building permits when it speaks to the west side of Indianapolis. Average price per square foot is at $1.07. Apartments, townhomes, and condos. The lines there in the middle for you to digest. Apartments, average rental price at $1,680, with 18 of those currently active on the market at an average price per square foot at $1.43. Townhomes and condos, your average rental price for a townhome in Brownsburg is at $1,125, with an average days on market at a whopping 141. Now, that's based on two of those currently active in the market, but there's not a lot of competition. Do not buy a condo in Brownsburg. You are going to go broke. Average price per square foot is at $1.39. Now, all of your awesome graphs there for you to digest there at the bottom. Be sure to take a look at those so that you can see where we're comparing with last year's data in real time here. Your sales data, market report for May 2026. Average sales price here in Brownsburg is at $347,079. So you're up year over year, you're up month over month. That's what you want to hear as far as appreciation goes when you're investing in a property in Brownsburg. Average days on market is at 46, close to what we were seeing over there in Avon. Number of homes sold, 65. Average price per square foot is at 182. Number of homes sold, how much you can expect to enter this market for, and it's almost identical to what we were seeing in Avon. So you can expect to spend a very similar price point if you're entering Avon or Brownsburg. Now we're going to jump into our Plainfield market report to wrap up our Westside Roundup. Boy, am I ready for that. Let's get into the average rental price at give me $1. Give me $1 on our average rental price so we can round it off at $2,000, but we're not there yet. Our average rental price for Plainfield for our market report in May 2026 is at $1,999.99. I added the 99 cents, but average days on market, 32 days on the market. That's stellar. That's amazing. Plainfield. And I know somebody who just recently picked up a property in Plainfield. Are they going to turn it into a rental? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Number of active homes. We've got 21 of those currently active in the market. Average price per square foot is at $1.19. All right, we've got our apartments and townhomes and condos there in the next two lines. Let's get over our apartments data. Your average rental price for an apartment here in Plainfield is at $1,318. 23 of those currently on the market at an average price per square foot at $1.39. Townhomes and condos, only one of those currently on the market. You can see why each of these markets are so closely related. I think in each one of these, we had one, and then two, and then one. Well, condos and townhomes are not popular on the west side, obviously, but that one has been on the market for 15 days, and it's being marketed at $2,600. So if you're looking for a townhome and condo in Plainfield, that's the one that you have to view. All of your graphs there at the bottom for you to take a peek at and consume at your own desire, but those will relate with where we were last year in comparison to this year. Now, your sales data to close out this Westside Roundup with all this amazing data I have dropped on you. Your average sales price in Plainfield is at $340,682. Wow, that's cheap. It's pretty expensive, but it's still affordable for some people. Average days on market is at 51. Number of homes sold is at 53, and your average price per square foot is at 171. Your average sales price trend over time there in the bottom left hand, and of course your number of homes sold, where this graph here is actually, this bar graph is a little bit different than what we were seeing in Avon and Brownsburg as far as your price points. This is spread out a lot more. The meat of this market seems to be at $350 and $400. You can certainly pick up properties considerably cheaper into that, but the meat of this market is at the $350, $400. This sounds like a market that's trying to establish itself as a higher market to be in. Look, the thing to take home here, as I was getting a little bit silly there as I was reading out some of these numbers are important to be aware of. But Avon and Brownsburg, man, your days on market are incredibly low. My goodness, and they stay consistently that way every market report we do. That's the good thing. And then I can't help but think of the economic reports that we went on and how the home building permits that are being issued there, and the impact that might have on these markets. But they just seem to be stable. I guess that's my point. They seem to be stable markets, good rents, amazing tenants, stellar school systems, and you put a property on the market there and you're going to lease it pretty quickly. So if I'm looking at Westfield or Avon and Brownsburg, I know what my clear winner is. That's it.
If you want to hear more questions you should be asking, be sure to check out our Watch and Learn tab on the website or head over to our YouTube page for more.